welcome to my official first video other than my newbie tag that I will post down below. This is my first video with the books. This is the first video that I'm making that includes the books that I'm going to read or plan on reading for February. I did not read a lot in January. I don't know if I said it in the newbie tag, but I just recently moved to a new city, and so please forgive the bare walls. I just have to go with white walls right now. I haven't decorated or anything yet. Everything is really still a really big mess, so forgive the bare walls. I do have here a stack of books. All of these books, if I'm looking at them, all of them except for one, I think. Most of them I bought in November and December. And one of them I just bought recently with a Christmas gift card that I had received over the holidays. This is going to be a video on my TBR for February, what I plan on reading for February. Hopefully I get to all of it. I mean, I should have enough time. But let's get started. So the first book that I plan on reading, it's not in any kind of order. I don't really plan on reading these books in that order. I'm just going to show it to you just as is, and yeah, we'll go from there. So the first book that I plan on reading and that I purchased in November, I believe, November, I think so, is Becoming by Michelle Obama. I'm really excited to read this. I haven't looked at any reviews online or anything. I just want to kind of go in without anyone's opinions or reviews. I just want to read it and see how I like it. I'm really excited to read this book. I'm a huge fan of Michelle Obama. I follow her on Twitter and Instagram, and I like everything that she posts pretty much. The next book that I plan on reading, and is a long time coming because the movie already came out and a lot of people have already seen and watched and reviewed and read this book, and it is The Hate U Give by Angie Thomas. I purchased this book, I believe I purchased it in November, I think. Either November or sometime at the beginning of December, but I didn't have time to read it. And so yeah, I'm really excited to read this book. I won't go into the details on what this book is about. I think most people know what it is about already. So yeah, I'm just excited to finally read it. It's funny, I got the gold version of it. I was actually looking for the all-white version in hardcover of it, and I believe the gold version was like on a table, and I just could not find the white version, and I was in a rush and I was with my friend and I felt like I was taking too long, so I just grabbed the gold version, and then as I was leaving I found the white version in a different part of the store, but it was fine. I just left with this one, which is pretty cool cover anyways. It's white over here, so it's not that bad, but it's just like a gold cover, which is pretty nice. So yeah, I'm excited to read this book as well. The next book that I plan on reading for February is The Witches of New York by Amy McKay. I purchased this book in December. Actually, maybe I purchased it in January, so that makes two books that I purchased in January. And it was at Indigo. It was only $8. It was on my TBR list on my Goodreads. And so when I saw this and it was $8, I picked it up. I was very intrigued by the cover. The cover is really cool. It is set in the 1880s in New York City after the Salem witch trials. I don't know much else about it. I kind of want to go in without knowing too much. I did want to keep this book for like Spookathon, but if I do get to it in February, I might just read it and, you know, figure something else out for that time. October, well, although the time goes by fast, October is still a long ways ahead. So I'm gonna see if I could read this in February. The next book that I bought and am planning on reading for February, well, actually, I plan on finishing actually for February, is Vox by Christina Dulcher. I started this book, I believe I started it in November, and I was hoping to finish it by the end of November, but never did. What page am I on? I'm halfway, so I don't know if that counts as, you know, but whatever. So far, I'm pretty intrigued by the book. It is a story set in a dystopic future, dystopic America, where women can only speak 100 words a day. And once they surpass 100 words, they get electric shock. So far, I'm pretty intrigued by the book. It has received like some bad reviews on Goodreads. Some people like it, and then some others don't really like it at all. I haven't read anybody's reviews of it yet. I can kind of see where people might have some issues with it. But again, I want to keep reading it, I want to finish it, and then maybe after I'm done, maybe I can do a review on it if you guys would like. The next book that I plan on reading for February is Educated by Tara Westover. I purchased this book in November from Chapters, and so far I've seen, I don't want to look at too many reviews. I kind of like to go in without knowing too much of what the story is about, but I have heard some very positive feedback about this book. So I'm excited to read it in February. It is a nonfiction memoir. Some people who have read the book have really liked it, and so I'm excited to read it. I know that it is a little bit sad, so I kind of have to put myself in that space as well, because it's probably going to be a very tough read. So yeah, this is the next book that I plan on reading for February. And the last book that I want to read, and again, this one is long overdue as well, but I have just purchased it. I purchased it like, I believe last week. And it is Children of Blood and Bone by Tommy Adeyemi. I'm excited to read this book. After Harry Potter, this will be my first book, fantasy book that I read in a while. So I'm very excited to read this book, and I have been looking forward to it for a while. I've been wanting to purchase it since it came out, and I just never got around to it. And I also made the mistake of, this is the reason that I don't want to look at reviews online, is because a lot of people hate this book, and I was very surprised because it looks like it's really good, but I'm still excited to read this book. Although there are many who don't like this book, there are many others who actually do like it. So I'm still excited to read it. It's a pretty long book. This one is over, oh yeah. Oh wow, okay, it's over 500 words. So this is a lot to read for February, for me at least. I know for some people they can read like 10 to 12 books in a month, and I just can't do that, or at least I can try to do that. But yeah, I'm excited to read this book, and I'm excited to read the rest as well. So that is the end of my TBR for February. I'm hoping that I could get through all these books. Technically 6 books, well, one of them that is pretty thick is technically doable. I'm going to do my best to finish that many books. I know for some people 6 books is a breeze. For me, I'm just getting started. I usually only read maybe like 2 a month, which is very little, but in comparison to what a lot of other people read, I'm pretty sure it's nothing. So I'm going to do my best for February TBR, and I will see you in my next TBR, which will be in March. Wow, it's the end of January already. Bye.